Hello and welcome to my channel where I talk about not toxic productivity, health and programming. Today, I'm going to talk about how to set goals that you are likely going to achieve. Studies are showing that just setting a goal on a paper makes it more realistic and achievable. That's because when you set your goal, you are more likely to think it over more precisely than when you are just doing it in your head. And of course, written things are better memorizable, as you might remember from school when you were just making your notes, so the information wouldn't disappear. So, now you know that you have to sit down and write down your notes. But how? From where to start? There are two main types of goals: long terms and short term. These two types of goals are quite important if you want to achieve something great in your life. Sounds big, and it really is a game changer. You can start by planning a long-term vision or just by making small things you want to achieve. It's up to you, really. Let's see the examples. Alex, 22 years old, wants to become a programmer. Now he has to set a goal to get his first job. Oh, isn't that a goal itself? Long-term goal which will lead Alex through all other steps. Well, now he knows that he has a big dream, big goal, and he has to make a list of necessary things. He probably wants to learn some programming languages, to learn some technologies, to make some projects. And now, having at least 3 goals set, Alex can go to the other steps, which we will discuss a bit later. Alexa, 18 years old, now wants to finish her school project on time. So, she sits down before her notebook and tries to understand what are the next step. To do project every day for at least 2 hours before deadline. To learn how to become more productive. And then something suddenly appears to be more qualified, because she sees that her end goal might be to become more productive and efficient. So she can finish every single project on time without much effort. You can start by doing baby steps, or just start with a bigger picture at hand for setting your own goals. It's up to your preferences and situation. What if I don't know what I want to do, you may ask? Well, you probably do know, but not consciously at least. Fortunately, there are strategies how to clarify this. I will post a link to the video down below, so you might check it and get to know yourself better. And now here's a strategy that I learned from the 12 Weeks Yearbook. I don't have a paper version of it, but I read it on my Kindle and it's really good. What is this about? Well, a year, a 3 years, a 5 years planning is good to know, but at the beginning of your journey, how could you possibly know what awaits you in such huge amount of time? You can't. You just can't. But what if the year now is 12 weeks long? Not months, but weeks. Well, it's only 3 months, so it's not that much time. You may probably even say that 3 months ago were just yesterday. We can work with that. But why do we need to change the definition of the year? There is a reason. First of all, do you remember any moment in your life where you start preparing stuff just before the deadline? Or started doing fitness 1 month before summer? That's the power of deadline. You feel pressure, and you get things to be done. Another reason why 1 year planning is not that productive is because you don't feel pressure. It's February, and you feel like you have all the time in your life to do just the stuff you planned for this year, because there are still 10 months left, and it's really a huge amount of time. People are not corporations. We cannot comprehend that easily an entire year-long plan. We have to procrastinate if we feel like it, and there is nothing better about it, really. That's just who we are. But if you want things to be done, you need a deadline. Now you have 4 global deadlines during the year, because you have 4 ends of the year. When you change that perspective, you will be able to see that there is not so much time left in your 12 weeks year. Every week is important, every day is important, every rest is important. Now, how do we really set the goals? To make them smart. It's a really popular strategy of setting the goals. You adjust your goal to be more specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Basically, you set for each goal a deadline, you create the parameters how to track it, you make it more specific, and you specify what this goal is about. Let's see an example. Your goal is, I want to be more fit. And now we will make it smart and put it under 12-week year time bound. First, we make a small research. What is needed to be more fit? It appears you have to do some exercises and consume less calories than you burn. So, you have two goals that are more specific. They are to do some exercises and to eat healthy. This still does not make them really good goals, but we are moving toward it. Now, we make another little research. How many times a week do you need to work out? It appears 2 or 3. And another question, what does healthy mean in terms of eating? We may find out that it has to be something like 2 or 400 kilocalories less than you need. So you have to eat 2,500 kilocalories per day, and preferably eat 1 fruit. And you also find out that eating lots of sugar is kinda bad. So the next iteration of your goals is to do 2 or 3 exercises per week in a gym or at home for at least 30 minutes. To consume 2,500 kilocalories per day and eat at least 1 fruit. To consume no more than 20 grams of added sugar. Now, we need to put it under 12-week scale plan. First of all, we divide our year for 4 quarters, 3 weeks each. We set a goal for each quarter, as you might have done for the normal year. First week is the hardest, so we start with only half a kilogram per week. And then we slowly increasing this amount of kilograms. Now, for the every week, we have to set quantity and quality parameters. How many kilograms or pound did you lose? Did you take 2,500 kilocalories? Did you exercise and how many times a week? Measuring is very important. If you do not track your progress, you're gonna end up not appreciating what you've done, so you can give up due to lack of stimulation and motivational dopamine. Now that we created this tracker and plan, we can just start. You set your own goals, they are smart, they planned and thoughtfully prepared. But here are a few things you have to remember before sitting down with a piece of paper, or keyboard, or whatever. First, be adjustable. In the first week, when not as expected, it's absolutely fine. That can happen. Adjust next week just a little bit. Second, keep reflecting about what happened during the week. Why did you end up with success? Why something went wrong? Do not blame yourself, just note and try to be gentle with your mistakes. And don't forget to celebrate your victories. And the third part, do not plan every last minute in your week at first. Get to know yourself, how you work, and what you need to achieve your goal, your lifestyle, how aggressive your goal should be, etc. I hope these advices and strategies will help you to get better at setting goals and will make your life more meaningful and full of happiness. That's it for today. I hope to see you in the next videos. Ciao!